I'm Colin Murray, and with the championship season upon us in double quick time, there's no time to waste, especially for managers, and especially if you've just unpacked your box, like Aitor Karanka has had to do at Birmingham City. I'm delighted that you've joined me for a quick chat. How are you, sir?
Hey, hello, how are you?
Really good. Thanks for asking. And starting a new club is always a challenge. So it's like first day at school, really, so much to learn. But in these crazy times, I'm assuming doubly so.
Yes, and especially when you've been out for 18 months, like I've been, is difficult, no? Because I was used to work in other ways, but now you need to adapt as soon as possible because you have too much time to work. We've been working for weeks, but we have the first game on Saturday, so I am really looking forward for that game.
You said that, as you've already pointed out, 18 months out of work, and it wasn't because of lack of offers. What made the Birmingham City offer the one that you wanted to take?
I said when I signed here because again I said always that I'm not the kind of manager who are always crazy to get a job the following day. When I am working, I do 24 hours, 6 days, 7 days, sorry, in a week, and 365 on a year. So when I stop, I need to recharge my batteries to know what they've done well and what they've done bad, and to try to improve, and then to wait for the right job. And after 18 months, I had the meeting with the CEO at Birmingham. I understood that it was the right project for me to start again, and I didn't have any doubt.
So obsessive is the word that we're definitely using when it comes to Mr. Karanka. When you take a job, everything else gets put into the back seat.
Yeah, and so again, so when I am at home, I am trying to enjoy my life, to enjoy with my family, with friends, because I know when I am working, it's gonna be difficult to do it. So I think to be successful, you need to work, you need to organize the things, and especially when you are in a league like a championship, which every single game is difficult, every single opponent is difficult. Even in the cup, we have Cambridge, and for sure it's going to be a tough game. So you need to be trying to your best, and the best of your players, the best of your staff, because it's a really demanding league.
Talk to me about that league, a league that you're now so familiar with, in terms of finding that balance, in terms of everybody wants to see free flowing attacking football, and it's something that you're not unfamiliar with. But it's also a league that, if you look at the table year in, year out of the teams that go up, it starts at the back.
Yes, and I think I was surprised when I came here, because you when you don't know the league and you see it's a second division league, maybe you don't realize how big this league is. And now I think when you know the league, I think it's the only league where at the beginning of the season 20 or at least 16 teams think that they can get promotion. So it's a tough league, because in other countries, in other leagues, that you have 3, 4, 5 teams at the most which they think that they can get promotion. But here, at least 16, 18 teams think that they are able to get the playoffs at least. So every single game is demanding. Every single opponent thinks that they can get the playoffs, and the main thing for us is to know where we are, to know where we were, and to know where we want to be.
Maybe even more so this season. It seems that the most competitive league in the world is getting more and more competitive with every season that goes by. How do you manage that expectation? If you're talking directly to the Birmingham City fans at this point, what are you saying to them in terms of your project and how you see it in terms of time scale?
It's important to know where you are, where you finished the previous seasons, because again, I can't arrive here promising something that is going to be impossible to get. And we will try really hard to get the highest position on the table, but we can't lose the perspective because I said my first season when I arrived to Middlesbrough that I had arrived there to get promotion. The following year we lost the final and it looked like a failure. I think to play a championship final in Wembley after 2 or 3 seasons not good as the club deserved. I think it was a successful season. So the message Sundays is important. And now one of the reasons that I came here is because the club was really honest with me. They know, especially the CEO, knew that they were in not a good moment, and we needed to build since the beginning. And when you want to be successful, when you are working together, when you build every single thing from the foundations and you work together, it's gonna be easier. But again, knowing that we, as I did in all my career, trying to achieve the highest things, but knowing where we are and where we are coming from.
A good time to come in terms of, really key departures is, young absolute starlet in Jude Bellingham, but gone. The chapter comes to an end. He's off to Borussia Dortmund. I think at the moment as we stand now, you've been able to add 5 new faces already, and what is a crazy hectic. Well, there isn't. Let's face it, there really isn't an off season. There was just the end of the season, a couple of weeks, and straight back in. Is that perfect for you in terms of how you want to work and how you want to build and how you want to look beyond just this season?
Well, I think one of the most important things that me, at least, I've taken from the pandemic is that you can't think about how much you can work or what is the way to work better. Or I think with the pandemic and with the new situation, you need to adapt every single day. So in the past, we had planned everything 1 month, 2 months earlier. Now it's day by day. You don't know what is going to happen the following day. So it's just to be ready, to work hard every day with your staff and with your players and with the club, and again to be ready, because now it's difficult to plan and to know what is going to happen in 2 months' time.
And has the managerial role changed during this pandemic in that, in terms of the isolation of human beings and the mental pressures of the last 6-7 months, is that something that takes quite a high priority in terms of handling the squad of players, making sure that they're as happy off the pitch as they are when they're coming into training and on match day?
Yeah, and it's difficult because we weren't used to work with these kind of situations, and now we have to be careful with the sessions of the training, because I like to work in high intensity, but as you said, the players were 2 months at home. Then they finished the season. They didn't have a proper holidays. They had to be almost again at home. So with the holidays, with this demanding league, is important to work, but it's also important to rest and to forget sometimes that you're a footballer and you need to enjoy with your family and with your friends. And it's been difficult, but thankfully now we've just had one injury. Yuki is not good, but I think he will be soon with us. But it's true that we need to be careful with the new situation, because a lot of different things have happened.
Usually a lot of the big transfer speculation happens when, as you say, the players have an extended period off. They're on holiday. You're maybe on your phone non-stop, but getting a little bit of a break. Is this a bit different? You mentioned Lukas Jukovic, and that's probably been the one player that we've had quite a lot of column inches written about in terms of his future. But instead of them being on holiday, they're already back in pre-season. It's a very different dynamic, isn't it?
Yes, and we need to be stronger, because again, you know that you're going to have I don't know how many games in 8, 9, 10 months. You need to be ready, and physically, mentally. And one thing that I am speaking with agents and with players is that the market is strange this year, and like us, everybody has to be ready. Everybody is adapting to the new times. But it's true that the team or the squad which are stronger physically and mentally will have a big advantage.
And on that point, final question for you, Aitor, the end of the season for Birmingham City was a bit of a catastrophe. I mean, I think it was 14 games without a win, and not a huge amount of time to shake that off, because it feels more like 2 seasons, melding into one. Have you been able to shake that off the players, or was that one of your first things, actually, to draw a line and make sure that it was forgotten about and that this was sort of step one?
Yes, it was the main thing when we arrived here, and it was a nice surprise that every single player, and it's not just the players, the medical staff, the coaching staff who was working here, and they are now with me now. They forgot really soon what had happened the previous season, and they were ready to train. The atmosphere is really good. Everybody's excited about this new project, and I think for me is the main thing that to try to forget what happened in the last 2 or 3 months. But as I told you at the beginning, knowing where we are coming from, to know that we can't make the same mistakes, and we need to improve. And I think we are improving. The club is working really well, bringing good players. So I think now is a good time to be here, and I'm really looking forward for the beginning of the season.
Great. Well, listen, best of luck to you. Thank you for talking to us ahead of the start of the new championship season. Really appreciate it, and good luck.
Thank you very much.